Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here, the Furries channel, just coming at you with another video, and we're going to unbox an action figure as usual. And today we're kind of backtracking a little bit, a little late to the party as always, but I was on the hunt. Well, I don't know if it was really the hunt, but I'm always on the lookout. So I made it into a Ross here locally, and they had a few things in there that were marked down so low that I couldn't pass it up. So let's get into it. Alright guys, here we are. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles April O'Neil, and they had a couple of different things from NECA that were in this Ross, and I don't know if you could see that one there. It might be a little blurry, but this was like $5.99, and there was another figure that I got there that was $9, and it was a NECA figure. And the one that these are usually, between $32 and $36, so that is a pretty good deal. And I already have an April O'Neil, but I don't have all the pieces to that April O'Neil, like all the goodies, because it was an open box deal. But basically I got it at the toy department. I didn't have all the goodies with it. It wasn't in the box. I'm pretty sure the one I have along with Casey Jones was a 2-pack of April O'Neil and Casey Jones, I think. So I have those two figures. And this was the single release April O'Neil from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie from, I believe, 1990. It was 89 and 90. Just long story short, this movie means a lot to me as coming up from a kid. This was one of the first movies that I got to go see without my parents. My mother took my brother and I and dropped us off at the movie theater. And so it was basically the first experience of going to a movie like big boys. I forget our age. I could probably calculate on my fingers. I really don't remember. I know I was young. My brother was young. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was pretty huge at the time. We loved the cartoon. We collected the figures. And seeing this movie and the way they did it, and there was before CGI, so it was all practical effects. The turtles looked amazing in it. There's a few shots in the movie where you can see things that weren't right. You can see kind of the actor's mouth in the suit, some armpit shots, skateboarding, seeing a regular hand instead of the turtle's hand. You see turtle's feet. But it was kind of almost like a lower budget kind of deal. New Line Cinema was big, but I don't think they were as big as they ended up becoming after this. But that being said, I lost track where I was at. Went to go see the movie. We had seen previews for it. We were just in awe of the special effects that they used in it, the makeup, Jim Henson's crew that I believe built the suits and stuff like that. Just all around, it was just an awesome experience, and it's always kind of stuck with me all through my life, just going back and watching that first movie. The second one was fun. We loved it as kids, but as an adult, I still enjoy going back to the first one more. And then we had the third one, which was a super disappointing movie. Even back then, I watched it and I was just kind of, Turtle Fever was kind of on the decline a little bit, I believe, when Turtles 3 came out. But we had coming out of the show tour and all that stuff going on, the cartoon still full force, toys coming out. But then Turtles 3 was kind of like, even as I was in my teens, I believe, about that time, but seeing that one, it was just kind of like, what is this? So I don't know what the deal was back then. In the 90s, they had, I don't know, you just had to have been there. It's kind of like with the Mario Brothers movie and like Double Dragon, the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all that stuff that had been coming out. It just had issues. It is what it is. A lot of us go back and watch a lot of that stuff because we're nostalgic for it. But way off track there, just to kind of let you know, the movie meant a whole lot to me. Still does. The Turtles, I love anything Turtles. I collect all the NECA stuff for mainly the movies, those 3 movies. I did get the Turtles 3 2-packs, both those. Never opened those yet. Maybe on the channel I might open those one day to just get them out of the box. I don't know. I kind of like having them on the box. The only one I'm missing that I want to get is the Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze. Either maybe the 4-pack or the 2 2-packs. I don't know. whatever I can get the cheapest. So, but with April O'Neil, with that price, you know, like I said, I couldn't pass it up, and the extra accessories that come in here, and the foot stand that I don't have, because this figure has issues with standing without a stand, or whatever you call it, little peg stand to help her stand up. And the thing about this April O'Neil, this was the different April O'Neil than what we got in the second one. Her name was Judith Hogg. She was an actress, and she was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And she was not real particularly pleased with the violence in the movie. She thought it should be tamed down since it's more for kids. So she didn't come back for the second one, but I'm taking the sticker off while I'm talking here. This April O'Neil, Judith, man, I remember watching this movie. I had a hugest crush on her. I always thought she was really pretty, and I would like literally, I don't know what it was. I was very infatuated with her. So we'll see if her action figure is up to the whatever you want to call it. It doesn't look like her actually. So like I said, I do have one already, but this was another release, and we'll just kind of get a closer look at her face and all that kind of good stuff. So let's pop her open. All right, so we got her out of the box, and pretty easy peasy. Not a ton of goodies in here, but just enough, especially for the price on this one. You really can't beat it. So got her out, and was just kind of checking it out to see if it's any different than the last release that they did, which I'm pretty sure this is going to be pretty much exactly the same. The biggest difference for me is I've got the extra head, which there's not a huge difference in the face sculpt and what they did. Just looking at it, you got one with the mouth a little bit open, and the other one a little too serious maybe. Then we got our extra hands here, which even shows her thumb ring on that one. Looks like we got a pointer finger, and we got a fist, and we got Raph's eye that she got at one point at the first of the movie. And then we got a stack of the pizzas. Smellios, is that what that said? Smellios pizza, Josh pizza. Oh, it's different, a few different ones. We got Josh and Smellios. Is that what that is? I can't see. Yeah, it looks like Smellios. And then we have her purse, which is kind of interesting feeling. It's like it's kind of hollow. It's like you could almost put something. Oh, it is. It opens right there on the top there. So we got that opening there. And this is pretty much the same deal. I will say I'm going to grab the one that I had before, which is right over here. And they are pretty much exactly the same. The plastic on one, I don't know, maybe they are the same, exactly the same. So, and they are. So we got plenty of extra goodies. Like, you can kind of see they're pretty much they are exactly the same. Like I said, with mine, I had a lot of issues with it standing. And so this is a NECA, so we know how that goes with some of the women figures with the smaller legs and with high heels. So we have NECA, high heels, and small feet. So you know we're going to have some issues with that. Kind of the typical business with the arms. They look really flat whenever they're out like that, just because they want it to lay flat when they're down. So it makes them look a little funny. I know, like a lot of the suited figures that NECA does with to collect the Universal Monsters, which I sold all of them because I needed space, and I was like, I got Universal Monsters and Monsters on the shelf and a whole bunch of superhero stuff and wrestling stuff. So it was just kind of like, I needed to make room, so I sold all of it, unfortunately. We do have a little paint differences back here on the legs. You can see like skin tone right there. So she'll be turned around the other way. Let's see if this other one, yeah, it's the same way on the old one. So we got the same figure. The dress she has is kind of a plastic. He kind of almost looks like a leather. See how she stands compared to the other one, and she doesn't. Just like I thought. Well, like y'all all know, this figure's been out for a while too, so maybe it'll be best to have this foot peg, one on each foot, just to get her to be able to stand properly. And she's not going to go in too many crazy poses anyways, just because of the hindering of her dress and stuff. So, and I've had issues with mine just falling all the time anyways, just because of these feet. So there's a few, like I haven't taken like a super close look at this figure in a while. I never noticed that the joints weren't painted the same. I'm guessing with it rubbing right there though, the paint's going to chip off and stuff. So that's going to happen. Raph's sigh looks like it goes perfectly well in her extra hand there. And her microphone, which also, that's the one I have on mine, which I didn't have the extra hands on mine to have the actual grip for the mic. So we have the channel 3 mic there going. And then her purse, which I guess it kind of just goes like that. So the way they did it, it's got that little indentation there on the side there. So purse goes on there perfectly. Like I didn't have the purse on mine. This one, I kind of have a shelf, like different shelves, so I can have an extra April O'Neil with a different facial expression, maybe doing some different stuff. But that goes well together. Then the pizza, which I guess she could kind of be holding it like this a little bit, but the weight, she's going to end up falling over after a while. So I've had her crash many times off the shelf. So if you have her too, you know the deal. She does have the twist at the waist, not really much of an ab crunch at all. Head up and down, not too bad. The hair kind of hinders that. The hair isn't too hard, so it does kind of move out of place for you when you turn her head. So, but yeah, that's all April O'Neil there, the one that's been out for a while that everyone's probably seen or you have. So we didn't take a look at the box though. We'll check out the back of the box here. It's got a few pictures of her doing a few things on the back there. And there's got April O'Neil. Now you can catch America's favorite green teens in their first live-action blockbuster film. After waiting in a puddle of radioactive waste, these radical reptiles are transformed into New York City's greatest crime-fighting quartet. Also following the city's unprecedented crime wave, Channel 3 reporter April O'Neil, who eventually finds herself face-to-face with the Turtles when Raphael rescues her from the Foot Clan ninjas. This highly detailed figure features an assortment of movie-accurate accessories and over 25 points of articulation. So, blah, 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 blah. And that's about it. Got a picture on the side there. A few other pictures. So, I don't know. You know, like I said, $5. And we got some extra accessories out of it. And I don't shop at Ross that much. But it was there. And so I was like, well, I'll go in and see. Because I see other people's videos. And they're like, oh, look at all this cool stuff. It is cheap. And I mean, the few times I've been in them, I don't see none of the stuff I see in videos. So, but I don't know. That's it. It's an old figure. I know. What do you guys think? You already have it probably. What do you think about it? Do you like the face sculpt on it? Like comparing her face on this to the actual April O'Neil. We'll see. I'm going to take a look here. It's pretty close. So I'll try putting that up there, do a side by side maybe if I remember to do that. But I don't know. Pretty cool. I figured we just kind of open it together and take a look at it. And that's about all. So if y'all could like and subscribe. Have a good one. Later.